Hey guys, Jason here with a word of the wise. It just hit me as I was walking out the door. Monkey business. What would happen if they made a dose for monkey business? People would do the same thing that they did for the last 2 years and say we don't like the speed at its creation, and we don't like the untestedness of it, and just going by your word, and there's no liabilities for anybody. Don't like it, I don't want to be a part of it. Okay? So what is the one thing that they've said is the one thing that somewhat works? It's the dose smallpox that's been around for 100 years. And nobody has any data of how that affected anybody, and not to say that how much has changed in that dose over the last 100 years. And now they're just going to be telling people it's the same old, same old. Come on. So I just moved a video onto my playlist of Winter to Come. You can find it. Please take a look at the title. 1905, it's a case. I have just screenshots of the case and how it was, I think I got this directly from the NIH. And it just describes the case and how it went and played out. Now let's move on to this year, February 20th, 2022. On this day, the Supreme Court rules and in favor of that. So this is also referencing back to this. And the thing is, notice this. Protect the citizens. And you can pause, please, and read this over. You can easily search it out just by checking out the wording in the blue there. Jacobson versus Massachusetts. You can read all on it. There's articles, there's videos, there's news reports. And I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not saying I'm an expert in anything. It's just an interesting file to read. But in this, the state says, in an act of self-defense for the people, they have to mandate or incarcerate. I don't want to say the other words. I'm trying to watch what I say. This is not going to be a hot topic. This is all information on Google, which YouTube is owned by Google. So this is all information on their own platforms. There's nothing that I'm sharing that is not public knowledge, that is not something that they already share themselves. So I'd really be upset if they want to say that I said something or did something outside the narrative, any communities or whatever. In this, I just want to point out it was the fixer. It's the one thing that was talked about over the last 2 years that was, a benefit through these kinds of methods. And anybody that was against them, the anti-V people, well, look at what happened years ago and how it benefited us, and look where we are today. And if they're saying that this thing is still 85% effective against the monkey business, well, if there's nothing else that they can use and they want to force this upon people and say, well, you need to do something, it's an act of self-defense for the city, for the people, for the area, for the world, for the future, for our children. This can be the one thing that has been around and is proven effective. You can't say it's been something designed at warp speed. Just a word of the wise, guys. There's a lot of imagination at work here in this video, and I need you guys to kind of read between the lines because there's a lot I can't say. God bless. Word of the wise.